My parents took my siblings to Italy. Family only, Mom texted. I wasn't invited, but my corporate card was. 6 first-class tickets, 2 suites, an $11,500 wine tab. I reversed every charge. At 6:03 a.m., my phone exploded, 27 missed calls. I woke to her 5:17 a.m. message, family only. That was all my mom wrote under a photo of them smiling at the Delta One lounge at JFK. I remember sitting up in bed like I just heard a gunshot. 6 people front and center holding champagne flutes. My mom, dad, both my sisters, my brother, and his wife. And behind them, the gate sign, Roamid Airways, boarding now. I wasn't tagged. I wasn't mentioned. I wasn't invited. I stared at it for a full minute, just letting the words soak in. Then I checked the group chat with my mom and sisters. Silent. No messages, not even a fake excuse, nothing but a massive slap in the face. My stomach turned. Not because they left me out. That part I'd felt before, but this time they brought my card, the corporate one, the one I opened for my consulting business. The one I told them was only for emergencies, and only because the financial advisor said it would help streamline the trust we'd set up. I put both my parents on the account. They said it made them feel more in control. They liked the idea of having access in case something happened to me. I was too generous. Way too generous. By 5:24 a.m., I was looking at the charges. 6 round-trip, first-class flights. 2 connecting suites at the Hassler overlooking the Spanish Steps. That's the kind of place that sends champagne to your room just for breathing. Then the restaurant bookings hit. A pergola broli. A tasting menu in Florence. An Amalfi Coast wine and yacht package. Car rentals. Private drivers shopping in Milan, and then the wine bill. That was the final insult. $11, 53748. In one night. Who spends 11 grand on wine on a Tuesday? They did on my dime with my card while I was still in my hoodie drinking stale coffee at my desk, working overtime to help pay down my parents' mortgage from last year. I didn't cry. I didn't even get mad at first. I went cold. I started reading every single booking confirmation. Every dinner, every hotel, every spa day. They hadn't even tried to be subtle. Everything was in my name. My email was the primary contact for most of it. Like, they thought I just let it slide. Like, they thought I was too soft, too loyal, too grateful to ever fight back. That's what broke me. I called AMX first, told them I needed a full review of the charges on the corporate card, flagged everything as unauthorized. Then, I started hitting the bookings. The airline was easy. They were still mid-flight, so I canceled their return tickets. Who? I called and said the reservation had been compromised. I gave them a cancellation code, so clean it probably looked like an inside job. Every driver, every tour, every dinner gone. I left the wine bill on purpose. By the time they landed in Rome, they had no hotel, no itinerary, no ride, and no way back. And they had no idea why. The missed call started at 6:03 a.m. First one from Mom, then Ivy, then my dad, then my brother 10 times in a row, 27 total by 6:45. I didn't pick up. I didn't text back. I just watched the notifications pile up like a slow-moving avalanche. Then at 7:12 a.m., Ivy sent a voice message. She was whispering like someone had died. Said the hotel wouldn't let them check in. Said their bags were locked in the lobby. Said Mom was freaking out. Said Dad kept trying to use the card, but it was declined. And then came the part that made me smile. We don't know what's happening, but they're saying everything was reversed. The card's been shut off. No apology, no explanation, just panic. I put my phone down and opened my laptop. This wasn't revenge. Not yet. This was just the beginning. I didn't respond that day. Not to the calls, not to the texts, not even to the email titled Urgent Family Stranded that my brother sent from his work address like this was some kind of hostage situation. I just watched everything fall apart from 1,000 miles away. By that night, Ivy cracked first. She sent me a voice memo around 10:48 p.m. Her voice was thin and erratic. Said they were stuck in the street with no hotel, no transportation, and all of their bags locked behind a front desk that wouldn't even buzz them in. She said the staff treated them like criminals, that a man in a suit had escorted them out and told them the reservation no longer exists. They hadn't even gotten out of Rome yet. Their car service was gone. The prepaid city passes walked. The luxury dining itinerary I found in Mom's email can led and refunded. I took my time with that one. Even reached out to the tour guide they were supposed to meet the next day in Tuscany and offered to double his fee if he confirmed their names had been removed from the guest list. He was thrilled. Said they were very demanding clients anyway. By morning the tone changed completely. This time it was Mom. She sent a 5-paragraph message that tried to sound like an apology, but was really just a lecture wrapped in soft words. She said they didn't mean to exclude me, that they assumed I was too busy, too career-focused, too independent to want a big family trip. She said I would have hated all the chaos anyway, and ended it with a line that made my jaw tighten. We just didn't think you'd mind sharing a little. A little. First-class tickets, luxury hotels, multi-000 wine tastings. That was a little. I read it twice, then deleted it. By noon, I'd taken it to the next level. I contacted ITA Airways again and reported a potential security breach linked to the flight reservations. Told them someone might have accessed the itinerary using internal information. That's when I found out they'd already tried to reschedule their return flights. No surprise there. Their vacation had turned into a logistical nightmare within 24 hours. Too bad I'd already voided the tickets. Then came the wine bill. I never can-led that one. I wanted them to feel it. I called the restaurant instead and asked for an itemized list of every bottle, every glass, every pairing they ordered. I had it emailed to all the card holders on the corporate account, myself and my dad. He got a 9-page PDF detailing a night of lavish drinking and caviar while his eldest daughter sat home answering client calls at midnight. I imagined him reading the price tag on a 1995 Sassicaia while trying to figure out if he could afford train fare to the next city. Later that day, I got a message from the Tuscany driver I'd originally booked for their vineyard tour. He was confused why the ride was canceled. I told him the truth, that there were no shows, that they weren't welcome anymore, that I'd pay him double if he'd do me one last favor. I emailed him a PDF. He printed it out and delivered it in a sealed envelope to the boutique hotel in Siena, where my family thought they were heading next. Inside was their full itinerary. Flights, hotel confirmations, restaurant bookings, all of it stamped canceled in red block letters. They got the alert right after being turned away from a cheap Airbnb 2 blocks away. That night, my brother tried calling again. He left a voicemail. This is spiraling. We have to stop it before it gets worse. Fix it. They still saw it as a minor hiccup. Like I'd cave. Like I'd forget. Like I was the old me who covered Ivy's art classes and ignored Mom siphoning the trust for her SUV. They didn't get it yet. It wasn't the cash anymore. They'd shattered the one thing I thought was safe. My faith in them. Now they'd limp home penniless, furious, hunting for a scapegoat. I'd be here, watching, waiting, plotting the next step. They held out 5 days before fracturing. Ivy's Instagram died after a posed Coliseum selfie. My sister-in-law, ever the tactician, posted a story, digital detox victory, and as if it was voluntary. But it was clear, they were crumbling. I stayed silent. Let it linger. I wanted them to drown in it. Day 6, Dad texted, "Can we talk?" No hello, no context. I left it unread. An hour later, Mom's voice note. She forced calm, but fear leaked through. Cards failing, airlines stonewalling rebooking, backup hotel demanding payment they couldn't provide. She dodged the truth. They drained my trust, stabbed me in the back, and expected me to bail them out blindly. No apology. Just guilt. We didn't think it'd bother you this much. That's when it hit. She'd rewritten it in her head. Not theft. Just me unknowingly bankrolling their spree. That night, my brother's voicemail shifted. Hostile. Called me heartless. Said I was destroying the family over a mix-up. I ignored it. Instead, I phoned the cards fraud department. Laid it all out. Suspected ongoing abuse, unauthorized charges in my name, full proof ready. They acted fast, froze everything, flagged for review, investigation starting ASAP. Collapse followed. Flights voided, hotel ejected, reservations canceled, even their personal cards tanking. Stranded in Italy with bags they couldn't haul and no lifeline. Because I was the fix, and I wouldn't budge. 2 days on, Western Union ping. Attempted transfer from Rome to New York under Dad's name, my card's address. Blocked instantly. Desperation peaked. I picked up Ivy's call on day 9. She was sobbing instantly. Everything ruined. No real food in 3 days, sketchy Airbnb with bugs, Dad eyeing selling a watch for tickets. She swore Mom never said I was excluded, that it was her call. They thought I knew and opted out. I asked, what did family only mean? Silence. Then, soft, Mom called me an outsider. Not core anymore. I'd chosen my path years back, leaving their world. They didn't forget me. They cut me out. Now broke, trapped, humiliated abroad, begging my favor. Not love. Need. I told her, original flights canceled for good. Pay your own way home. She didn't fight. That night, they scraped budget tickets. Zurich layover, Toronto stop. Economy hell. No perks, just quiet defeat. They touched down 3 days later. No messages. But I had their new itinerary forwarded weeks prior, before axing the first. Tracked it live, 11-hour squeeze, missed flight, customs till 3 a.m. at JFK. Mom returned from vacation without a single boast. First ever. I waited 48 hours. Then struck. Filed to boot both parents from the joint trust. My LLC creation, them as minor add-ons for ease. Revoked access. Ordered full audit via accountant. 18 months, every cent, IPs, logins. He rang next day. Italy wasn't isolated. Petty grabs before. Amazon hauls. Florida hotel during my trip. Spa for dad, under brother's name while I was abroad. Months of stealth dips. That evening, I emailed Mom. Formal, attached audit, listed fraud. Warned of claims, possible suit. Reply in 2 hours. Subject seriously? I was a stranger now. Money wouldn't elevate me above blood. Suing parents? Rock bottom. Ended. Remember who changed your diapers. I stared at that line a long time. I opened the folder I'd been building since they left for Rome, screenshots, statements, voice messages, and sent it to my attorney. No more bluffing. 3 days later, a handwritten letter arrived from Uncle Marcus, whom I hadn't seen in years. He heard Mom brag about the Italy trip on my card at a cookout. Worse, my parents planned to use the trust to buy a Catskills compound for their retirement, a place I'd never be welcome because I was too corporate. I froze all trust distributions and contacted the real estate agent. They were about to make an offer. I let the legal notice hit them without warning. The courier delivered it at 9:41 a.m. By 10:02, call started. I ignored them. Mom's voice memo accused me of greed and attacking family. I agreed to meet her alone at our old Westchester cafe. She showed up in sunglasses, exhausted. I laid out evidence, bills, audits, Marcus's letter. She dismissed it, saying I embarrassed everyone and the house was for the whole family, even if I chose out. I told her the trust was closing permanently, Italy reversed, card cut, fraud pending. She said, "You're punishing yourself." I left the file and walked out. Dad texted for a man-to-man talk. I replied, "I'm not your son." Ivy wanted a family meeting at my place. I insisted on a hotel conference room, no recording. They arrived like defendants. I played recordings, showed docs. Brother claimed ignorance. Sister thought Mom cleared it. No apologies. I set boundaries. No money, no access, done pretending. Mom asked what to tell family. I said whatever helps her sleep. I walked out. By Friday, I blocked them all. Parents, siblings, cousins, deleted chats, albums, removed them from emergency contacts. Trust closed Monday. Funds to my LLC with biometrics. Donated the $11,500 wine chargeback to a nonprofit for women escaping financial abuse. They tried indirect reaches through friends, voicemails, and signed emails like, "We didn't mean to lose you." No remorse, just regret over lost control. 7 months later, silence. I don't miss the fake closeness or obligation. Blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Family shows up, tells truth, without expecting payment.